What's up, guys? Welcome back to Amazing RC. So we are at test run number 3 in our Road to Reyluna's 70 Plus Club and our two-wheel drive RUSTLER VXL. Before we got into this run, let me explain to you just a couple of the things that I did before we got out there. Now, we have this little shake in the front. There's a little bit of play here, if you notice. It doesn't look like much, but when you're doing 50, 60 miles an hour and hopefully someday 70, this little bit of shake means a lot. So some of the things that I battled, that I did to battle that, I moved my roller quarters. It was here above where the battery actually locks in and out. So I had to move my GPS module, which is right here. I moved the GPS module on top of the battery. I just two-side sticky taped that. Then I moved my quarters to in front here. And then I also bought, these are actually 4 weights that I bought yesterday. They're 2 ounces a piece. They're little lead weights for fishing. So this is 8 ounces here, whatever roller quarters is, and then 3 ounces of dead weight up here. It has all but solved the premature wheelie. You know, normally what I would do is I would take a wheelie bar and I would actually put it on the back like normal, pointed up so it would do a wheelie, and I would flip it over upside down. A J233 wheelie bar works really good for this. Flip it upside down, and what it does is it actually rests the 2 wheels on the ground so that it will not do a wheelie at all. It can't do anything except for go straight. Now, I can't do that with this car because I've actually shortened the travel of my shocks, and what that did was it gave me almost 0 ground clearance. I'm running probably 5/8 of an inch in the back and maybe 1/2 an inch in the front, so it does slope a little bit, but it gives me wonderful ground clearance and still a little bit of shock left over just in case. I've also put these little skid plates here. I've got one here and I also have one back here. Now what that does is one of the parts that scrapes on these the slashes, the rustlers and all that, is this part where the bulkhead meets the actual chassis, and there's 3 screws down in here that you don't want scraping against the ground. So I did these little, and they work, there's scratches on them, so they actually do their job. One of the other things I did was, we had these really killer Proline, I mean these things are just amazing grip. They're very good tires. So I had these all the way around. I actually took them off of the front because it was too much grip. With the little bit of shake that we have in the front here, what was happening is when we were hitting 50, it would start kicking the front back and forth because these tires were gripping to the concrete as it was trying to just be a little loose. So what I did was I originally thought, well, let's throw the original tires on here, wheels, the little black chrome ones. And I put these on and I was like, okay, well, it lowered my front end because it's actually not a very tall tire. So I took these back off and I put, these are actually the stock rims and tires that came on our Nitro Slash build. So I threw these on the front and these I kept on the back. It's perfect. There's no wobble in the front at all at speed, which you'll see in the video here in a minute. Aside from that, I've done nothing to the gearing. This is still the, we're not supposed to say because that's one of the rules, but let's just say it's pretty close to stock gearing that comes with this model, this VXL. We will be upgrading the gearing in about 3 or 4 days. I actually have a new pinion, a new spur gear coming, and I think that's what's going to put us over that 71 mile an hour mark. So today we hit 63, and we've done nothing for speed except for get this to be a little bit more stable and added a tiny bit more weight in the front. We did a brand new STRC aluminum shock tower. Now, if you guys follow my channel, you know that I swear by these shock towers. If it's a Stampede, a Rustler, a Bandit, or a Slash, STRC aluminum shock towers front and back, mandatory. The nylon shock towers, you can take the shock tower and you can tie it in a knot if you wanted to. They're all this shaking stuff just goes right through the shock tower and gets into your car. And at speed, if you're on the gravel or the grass or the dirt, no problem. But if you're on concrete with super sticky tires at speed, the whole car starts doing crazy things. So the aluminum shock tower, I didn't do the back because I actually robbed this. I bought shock towers front and back for my Nitro Slash build. So you know that the Rustler shock tower is at a single body post instead of a dual. So I couldn't use the rear shock tower, or maybe I could just drill 2 new holes, who knows. But I did use the front. It was mandatory. It has made everything nice and solid up here. The run was completely different than the one we did last time. We did get a mile an hour out of it more, so we're at 63 right now. The next run you see me do, the last test run, I believe, we're going to go over 71. We're going to hit a test run, make sure I'm not wasting Rockwood 43's time by, you know, just posting all these crazy videos and all these tests. We're going to make sure we can do it first, and we're going to get 2 clean runs at 71 or better. That's going to be this weekend, guys. It's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and forecast that with our new gearing setup, we're going to go over the 71 mile an hour mark. So that's what we did to the car. It performed amazingly well out there for the little bit of things that we did. The upgrades, we swapped out the front rims and tires with some stock. We moved all of our weight. We moved our GPS. We moved just about everything in here, and we did the aluminum shock tower in the front STRC. Let's get on the road, guys. Check the video out. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and checking out my stuff. And this is Road to Reyluna 70 Plus Club, Rockwood 43. We're on our way, buddy.
61. $62. I think we might be pegged at 6. Because I tell you what, I gave it everything on that one. Let me try one more, and then I'll switch the battery out. I gotta make sure I have a good line though, because if I don't, it'll just blow up. It hits the 62. What'd you hear that? Yeah, it hits the 60. So much. I need something to sit on top of it. I'm going to try to get the acceleration.